Yeah, hi there. These comments are for RS. I'll just use your initials for privacy purposes. And let's take a look at your situation. So I'm going to paraphrase your very lengthy email, but you know what? It was lengthy, but it gives me a lot of information so I can understand more about your situation. So first of all, you took the TOEFL test about 1 month ago. So you got 21 points in the reading, 22 points in the listening, 20 points in the speaking, and 21 on the writing for a total of 84. However, there's always a however, isn't there? I want to apply to a different master's program in finance. So you're saying that you need to improve your scores to 105. Wow. So you want to go from 84 to 105, and you need the following minimum scores in each section. So you need to get 25 in reading, 25 in listening, 26 speaking, 25 writing. Now you said during the actual TOEFL exam experience, you said that you had some problems during the reading section because of the noise in the testing center. You lost your concentration, and you could not do one of the reading passages, so you lost a lot of points there. So you say, you're saying that you think you could have done better by getting a better score because of that. You say, you thought that you would have done much better in the speaking and writing because you felt you didn't have any trouble during the test day, but those scores weren't as high as you expected. Right? So that seems to be an issue too. You also say that you did the best that you could, and you really don't think that you could have done that much better because you prepared for the speaking and writing on your own, and you really didn't get much feedback or help from a TOEFL IBT writing or speaking specialist, right? You say you'd like to take the exam in 3 months. You say, obviously, the sooner the better, and you can spend as many hours a day as you need in order to reach these above scores. So, you want me to suggest a specific study plan to help you. Okay, now you have a question about payment, right? And I'm going to get you into the study plan in just a minute. You say, when I pay the $45 monthly, I'm able to access a great database with many lessons which include many different kinds of materials, not only text, but also multimedia materials, isn't it? The answer is yes. Most of my lessons are actually video. I have a lot of video lessons, and then you'll be completing some speaking and writing practice tests. So you say, watching some of your videos, I can see if I were enrolled in the course, I would need to upload each day a writing task or a speaking task, and you're going to provide me kind of feedback, right? Now, you watched the video, and in one of my videos I said I have what's called error correction of writing, which is an additional $50 for each essay. So you said, I'd like to ask you if I didn't understand well or the correction explained in the video is some other kind of correction which is not included in the standard $45 monthly course. Or does a standard course only include feedback of speaking tasks? Please help me to clarify this doubt. Good question. Yes, I can clarify it right now. Okay. If you pay the $45 per month, you can complete one speaking or one writing practice test each day, and I will give you approximately 3 or 4 minutes of feedback on each of those practice tests. My feedback is audio, right? So my rule is 1. Don't do more than 1 every 24 hours. All right, writing. Okay, for the $45 payment, hold on just a second. Okay, sorry. For the $45 payment, in terms of writing, you can complete one independent or one integrated writing practice test each day. My teaching assistant will score those essays. What does that mean exactly? He will tell you on a scale of 1 to 5 what your score is, and then he will include a very basic description of why you received the score you did. He will not error correct your essay. I will not error correct this essay. I cannot do that for the $45 monthly fee. So that's what I was referring to in the video. So if you're okay with just getting a score and you don't need me to correct all the errors or to show you what you need to do to go from whatever your score is to getting a perfect score, then you're okay. Right? Now, if you want me to error correct it, it does cost additional money because it takes me more than 1 hour just to error correct one essay. So I cannot offer this as part of my $45 a month. That's what you're talking about in the video there. Does that make sense? So let me just recap what I said. Okay, you can complete speaking practice tests every day. I will give you audio feedback the next day, helping you understand what delivery, language use, and topic development issues you might have. You can also complete independent and integrated writing practice tests every day, and my teaching assistant will score those and give you some basic feedback at no additional cost to you. Does that make sense? And I just said that if I have to error correct the essay and to rewrite it, showing you what you need to do to go from your current score to getting the perfect score 5, that does cost an additional payment of $50. What some students will do is they might have me error correct one independent and one integrated writing practice test. They might have me do that. That'll cost them $100, and then I will tell them exactly what those problems are. Then they do more writing practice tests as part of their $45 payment, and they'll get more scores and so on, and eventually they are where they need to be. But once you join my online course, RS, you are under no obligation to take advantage of this additional service. You don't have to if you don't want. All right, so now the question is, in the next part of the video, how do you go from 84 to 105, and is it even possible to do this in 3 months? And I'm going to say it's possible, but it's not easy. I mean, you're talking about going, 20 points, but your English is already pretty good, and you're trying to go almost to native speaker like English in 3 months. So this is very, very difficult situation, right? Okay, so what I want to go over with you now is I'm going to show you how you can use my online course in order to reach your goal. So my best guess is, I'm going to say right now you have a 60% chance of reaching your goal in 3 months' time. It may take you more time than just 3 months. That's all I'm saying. Okay, here's your plan. Okay, once you join my online TOEFL course, I recommend that you go through the first 3 lessons of my course, namely vocabulary, pronunciation, and grammar. Do those first, right? If you get to a lesson you already know and you're familiar with, then skip it. You can cross out the vocabulary words you don't know. Don't worry about studying those. But the words that you don't know, you want to write those down on note cards. So go through those first 3 parts of my course first. This will probably take you the first 1 or 2 months. That's what you want to do first. Then secondly, you can go through the listening and the speaking parts of my course. Now, when you do that, I have some suggestions. Remember that I have over 40 listening practice tests. I have 70 speed reading practice tests. And your goal here is to get more comfortable listening and reading in English, and especially academic type text, right? So as you do the listening and the reading practice, make sure that you're taking down notes, right? Take down notes on the main and the most important supporting points of those listening and reading passages. Then use the notes, of course, to answer the comprehension questions in both sections of my course. So then you're checking your comprehension to see how you are. Now, normally, once you get about 80% or higher in listening and reading practice tests consistently, that's telling you that you have very, very good listening and speaking, because my lectures and my reading passages can be a little bit complicated, right? But basically, you're making sure that you're getting around 80% or higher. But that's not enough. Now, also using your notes, I want you to write summaries of the listening and the reading passages. The summary should be maybe 150 words. So you're re-explaining what the lecture is about, writing it down, and you're doing the same thing with the reading passages, and that's very, very good practice for you, especially for integrated writing and integrated speaking, right? You already know that. Okay, finally, after completing the listening and the reading parts of my course, then you can start with the speaking and writing areas. And remember that you've already done some writing and some speaking practice anyway, but now you're ready to go into the speaking and writing parts of my course, and you will start sending me speaking and writing practice tests for me to grade. Now that's my recommendation. That's probably the best way that you can use my online course. My recommendation is maybe 3 to 4 hours a day for the next 3 months. That's about what you want to do. Now, if you want to study more than that, do things that are fun, kind of. For example, if you want to supplement the 3 or 4 hours of TOEFL study, you can watch movies, you can watch TV shows, you can read newspapers and magazines and things of that nature, and that will also give you some good practice. And remember, speak whenever you can. Find as many speaking opportunities as you can, wherever or whenever you can. That's also going to be very helpful. Right, so those are some of my suggestions right now of some of the things that you can start doing to improve your academic English language abilities. I have had many of my students get over 100, but they work very, very hard to do it. I'm going to be honest with you, it's not easy, so it will take a very, very consistent, diligent effort on your part of going through the 7 steps in my online TOEFL course to improve your academic English language proficiency. All right, and there you go. That's your study plan. All right, thank you.